Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and I'm doing it again. I'm buying Barbies.
Mountain Man Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I am a part-time reseller based out of Montana. And if you're relatively new to the channel, you might not know that fairly recently, I bought, all told, well over 100 Barbie dolls, new in box, most of them. And we did very, very well on them. I actually only have one doll left that's just hanging around that did not sell out of that set. We sold all the rest. They went all over the world. It was pretty phenomenal how quickly those sold. And I actually happened across somebody's ad on Facebook Marketplace last night with some new in-box from the 90s Barbies. And so I sent a message and said, hey, I'm interested in this one, this one, this one. And she said, hey, I've got some more that aren't even, that I don't have photos of, that are not listed on Facebook if you're interested in those. She sent me a picture of them, and you know, her prices were a little high on some stuff, but great on others. And so we came to a deal, and I'm going to go pick it up. All right, we are back. And with the magic of YouTube, now suddenly they're back there. That's how YouTube works, folks. It's magic. Before we look at those, though, I did stop at, when I was headed to that, I saw there was a sale, and I was a few minutes early. So I swung in and picked up a couple things. I want to show you that. The first thing, the Sony DVC, they're mini DV cassette tapes, or cassette recorder tapes, whatever. They're mini DV tapes. Sony sells, guys. Sony sells well. And these two, they were 25 cents a piece. And I've got to look them up. I'm not positive. I've got to look up what the current comps are, but my guess is probably about 15 bucks off of just these two, off a 50-cent buy. So that's pretty good. We also picked up this disc-only Wii Sports. Now, it's scratched up on the back, which is, you can't see it on there, but it is. It's unfortunate, but recently I bought one of the Easy Pros, the JFJ Easy Pros. So we're going to set that up here pretty soon. I've been building up kind of a pile of scratched up games that need fixing. And that pile is reaching about the point where I feel it's going to be worth my time to get that thing set up and start resurfacing these discs. So that's going to pay itself off, I think, really, really quickly. I'm reorganizing the garage out here and the eBay space, and I think I've got a good spot for that. So I've just kind of been waiting to get enough games and to get to the point where I can reorganize. The garage sales have not looked very good here last week or this week, frankly, which is a good thing we found this this pickup, because we've got some new stuff to list. But yeah, I think I've got a spot to set that. So resurfacing this will be very easy, and this is, I think, still about a $25 free shipping game. So 20 bucks off of this. And then we did get another game there as well. The sell-through rate on this is equally fantastic. Michael Jackson, The Experience for the Wii, the sell-through really, really strong. Not quite as valuable as this, but it is complete. It's got the manual, and the disc is a little scratched up. It's to the point where I could test it on my Wii and it would probably work. But I think I'm just going to resurface it and make sure that it's very clean, and that way it'll sell much more quickly. And I think out of these right now, they're about $20 free shipping. So you make about $15 off of that. So between these two games and the mini DV tapes, we paid $5.50. And that's pretty good, because we should make, 20 bucks, 15, 35, 40, we should make 50 bucks. And then you got to take out fees and shipping and that sort of thing. But we essentially turned 6 bucks into 50. That's a pretty solid stop. And then I went to a couple others that I saw after we picked up Barbie. Nothing, but one on the way out of town did yield a couple of vintage Christmas items. And the first thing here, I think it's creepy. I'm not even going to couch it. It's creepy. It's a lighted tree top. It says it's an energy saver. I got to plug in and make sure that it works. I hope it works, but it was worth taking a shot for 25 cents. It's creepy, right? It's a lighted treetop Santa, I guess. So this does have solds, guys. People buy this thing, and I would expect closer to Christmas it's going to do even better. But I can get about $25 out of this guy. I paid $0.25 for it. This is an Empire blow mold. This is a little guy. This is probably 13 inches. I've got to look, but he's probably 13 inches. Now, he's got some, I mean, his nose is a little bit dinged up, but, you know, some nicks on the paint. But that's going to happen because these are pretty old. You can see on the back it's made in the USA. This is actually 1968. And Empire, if you're a newer reseller, Empire is one to look for on these things. Again, they're called blow molds. They're just plastic. It's got a light bulb in it, and the light bulb is still there. It looks like it's burned out, but they will sell without the light bulb. I'll check it and make sure that it's working or not, but it'll sell regardless. This guy, well, let me show you that's Empire right there. This guy will sell for about 30 bucks plus shipping. So not bad. Again, 25 cents, 25 cents into 30 bucks every single time, right? And this one, pretty easy to ship. Now, remember what this one looks like, guys, because if you can find out there on the garage sale trail, there is a 46-inch version of this guy, 4 foot tall. He will sell for between $200 and $225. Probably more as you get closer to Christmas. This same guy, just taller, the full-size blow mold, will sell for 200 plus. So keep an eye out for these things. They're big, they're bulky. I know they're kind of awkward, but they're great money. So blow mold, I'm liking it. Now, let's take a look at the Barbies behind me. So these, you guys, not as many, not as good as our previous Barbie haul, certainly, but there's some good ones here. The box condition is not great, but they're still new in the box. So it's going to be halfway between used and open and loose, right? So we've still got some decent money. This guy is not huge. I'll put up comps as we go through because I haven't fully comped all of these. I just kind of knew what I was looking for. And the window on here is a little messed up. So this guy's not going to be great. He was just one that was kind of in there and we added him in. The Barbie hair blower is kind of cool. I don't think it's worth a lot. It might be about 20 bucks, right? It's not super huge. We paid $150 for all of this, but I'll show you the one that's going to make up all of that money. This guy is pretty cool. Obviously, we're branding here. It's Pizza Party Kevin. He's got his Pizza Hut shirt and the bottle back there, Pizza Hut, and he's got the Pepsi skateboard. This guy's pretty good. I think this guy's about 30 or 35 bucks maybe. Again, the comp is up there, so we can tell if I'm lying or not. I don't think this one is fantastic, but it does sell okay. This is Pretty Treasure's wedding set. I would guess this one's about 15 bucks. Move this one over. Paint and Dazzle Barbie. Now, we've talked about it before. Barbie herself, this one right here, this is Barbie. She doesn't typically sell for as much money as her sister or her friends or, all the side characters. They do tend to sell for more. So keep that in mind if you're out there looking. But these pink box Barbies, that's what they're called, or, that's kind of the colloquial term for them. That is sort of the standard look in the 90s. These are coming back. And not all of them sell for a lot of money, but they all sell pretty well, or a lot of them, many of them sell pretty well. So if you can get them very cheap, you can still make some good money. So this is Barbie Paint and Dazzle. It is obviously new and complete. She'll do okay. Now, this one is good. We've sold this one before, in fact. This is Cut and Style Barbie. Now, we talked about the Friends tend to go for a little bit more. The African-American, the Hispanic Barbies tend to kind of top that list. So this one is going to be very good. I'm very excited about that one. Good chunk of our money will come back from Cut and Style Barbie there. We've got Bicycle and Stacy. Stacy tends to do okay. That's Barbie's little sister. Look, it even says that right here. Little sister of Barbie. And when you look these up, see down there, it's got a number. 16734. That's the same as they do with Legos. If you're looking up Lego sets, just type in Lego and then whatever the number is. That'll bring it up. Same thing with Barbies. So you can type that number in when you're trying to find them. Makes it a lot easier. And put that number in your listing as well. So Bicycle and Stacy. These I don't think are super great, and the condition is rough. They're not great. But again, new and sealed. And it's not like you can go and buy these on the shelf anywhere. So we've got attachable hair refills. We've got 3 of those. Not quantity listings because of the condition. They're nowhere near the same. 2 of these are the same actual style. This one down here is the same as this one, but the condition is not the same. So I'm not going to do a quantity listing. Each of them will get their own. Now, over here, glitter hair Barbie. We've got 2 of them, actually, and they're basically the same, just different outfits, right? So that's a nice pickup. These will do relatively well. Very Velvet Barbie. I don't think this one is fantastic, but this one kind of like the tag-along wags. It was just sort of a throw-in. It was there with the rest of them. So it'll do fine. We'll put it up. We'll sell it. Now, this one is interesting. I've got to see if I can find this one. It's pretty rare. Tropical Splash Barbie Bathtub Fun. There are Tropical Splash Barbies. We've sold Tropical Splash Barbies, but the Bathtub Fun set, that's new. So I got to see if I can find this one. And unfortunately, the way it was stored, you can see here behind Cut and Style, it came open. Now, it's still new and sealed in there. I think something was just set on top of it, and it eventually, the glue kind of weakened and it popped it open. So that hurts our value, but I think the rarity of this one is going to help us out a ton. But the gold star of the bunch, guys, Barbie McDonald's restaurant with the talking drive-through. Oh, look at that. Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? This is pretty cool. We got Ken back there in the car. We got the kids out at the table. This is really, really neat. And this one is pretty good. I mean, we've got some dings here, but in terms of the packaging across the board, this one is probably one of the better ones. So see, the edges are pretty clean, but in a way that almost doesn't matter because McDonald's restaurant Barbie is super rare. McDonald's stuff, you guys know, is collectible. You can find some of the McDonald's sets that go for really good money, the various drive-thrus or even inside the restaurant, that sort of thing. This one is along those same veins. We're checking off 2 boxes. We got Barbie collectors and we got McDonald's collectors. This one is going to appeal to them both. There is only one listed right now. I think it was at $250, and I had 33 watchers. So that's pretty impressive. There are different styles of this. This one, again, that's like the style number, 11774. There are a couple of different versions of this version. Only one listed. Now, he's got that. I think that's shooting for the moon, and he should shoot for the moon because he's got the only one listed, or at least right now he does. I am certainly going to undercut him because I don't think it'll sell for that much. But my guess is if we put this thing up at $225, one of those 33 folks is going to be interested. So there you go. We picked up some more Barbies, guys. Barbie is back in the mountain, and I'm glad that she is. I think we've got some good Barbies there. Certainly, a couple of really good Barbies, and then the others, they'll sell fine. They'll sell pretty well despite the damage to the boxes. And that's one thing that I would recommend to you guys is look outside your niche. I didn't know about Barbies, 6 months ago. Didn't know a thing about them, but saw an opportunity again on a Facebook post and thought, you know what? I bet there's money there. Started researching, started learning about what to look for, the colors and the styles and the types of things to look for. And that's why when I scrolled across this thing on Facebook, I instantly went, oh, wait a minute. And I knew that there was some potential there, right? And it was all because I delved outside of my niche a little bit. I didn't even imagine that I'd ever come across them again. But guess what? I did. There they are. And there's a pile of money sitting there, And so I would encourage you every once in a while, research outside your niche, buy something, learn about it. And it might not always be a winner. I dove into the card market a little bit. You guys know sports cards and non-sports cards. All the cards are hot right now. I dug into them a little while ago. I liked sports cards when I was a kid. I have a collection still stashed away in a couple boxes. I didn't like reselling them. It wasn't something that brought me joy. I didn't enjoy it really at all. And so I'm not messing with cards. But I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have given it a shot. And so you pay to learn in this business. Sometimes your tuition is a little higher than it is other times. And sometimes your tuition ends up being just an investment. It pays off with stuff like this. So go out there, learn something new, decide if you like it, decide if you don't. And all you're going to do either way is better your business. So thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I sure appreciate it. We're going to cut this thing off. If you've got any comments or questions, leave them down below. My contact information is down in the description of the videos as well, both my email and my Instagram. I am behind on my emails. If you guys have been sending me an email, I know I've got stuff in there, but the day job, the full-time job has been very busy this week, so I really haven't even had time to get in there and mess with that. So apologies. I will get back to you. I'm sorry for being slow about that, but feel free to send me messages that way. If you want to do the buy me a coffee thing, we got that link down below, and our link to the merch store is down there as well. Shirts and mugs and stickers down there in the merch store. We're going to call it. We'll see you guys. Bye.